Hey guys, how y'all doing tonight? A little bit of a late start. It was a series of crazy events. Howard Brock is here, and so is Aaron Morgan.
Hi guys.
Let me see. Aaron might want to slide over a little bit more. There you go. Um, so you got two people here tonight. Aaron came in because we're having a tournament tomorrow, um, and I got distracted today. Let me tell you what. Here's my day. Today was a big day. We had a lot of stuff going on at the store, and I got really involved in doing some things, and I just lost. Hey, bud, how you doing? Puerto Rico. Oh, I know who this is. This is the port. This is they do the Puerto Rico League. They do the states down there. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, back to where I was at. I got behind today, and I forgot to list the auction. And I knew the auction. I talked about the auction all day long. Aaron arrived, and I said, "Yeah, we got the auction." And I'm sitting there, and I'm not doing anything. And I said, "Okay, we got to get ready. It's a few minutes." And I get up to go do it. And oh my God, I never listed the bricks today, the boosters. And I'm like, okay. So I went and listed them really fast. And when I list when I went upstairs, I mean, Auxxit is actually pretty fast now in listing things. So I went ahead and I listed all 20 bricks, and I was planning on going live right afterwards. And I set up a 45-minute auction to start immediately. And when I clicked start, it never showed us starting in the room, but yet a auction actually started. But it started and said everything ended at the same time. And so I had to call Auxxit, and I said, "What the Sam Hill's going on? Something weird is happening." And anyway, they got tech on. They had to end the auction, which tech had to do. Then they had to repopulate all my items back to where I could relist them, which I did. And anyway, so now I set it up for an hour to give everybody time to bid, because usually on days like this, I like to do a 6-hour auction. And I do that to allow. I mean, it gives everybody a chance, but also notifies them. It's basically like a continuous 6-hour notification that that an auction is going on. You can bid then. You don't have to. You can wait to the end, which is really where most of our bidding happens. So anyway, that's what's happening, and now we're playing catch up, and now you know all the craziness that was going on today to get this going, and I apologize. It's partly my fault, partly a glitch, and we'll blame everything on Kevin because he can't argue with it because he can't be found. Anyway, so we'll start there talking about Kevin since he's
Jesus.
so we left last night, and I told you guys that there's no Kevins to be found. That WizKids was investigating it, which they were, and we would hear something as soon as we thought in the next few days. Well, they did go ahead and publish something today. They did talk to their manufacturer. The manufacturer assures them that Kevins were packed in the bricks, and that there are Kevins, even though nobody has pulled a Kevin yet.
So I think somebody's going to get really lucky and either pull a Kevin booster or a Kevin break.
Maybe. Thus far, nobody. Well, I don't. This is pure speculation. What I'm saying is pure Howard speculation. I want to make that clear. This isn't coming from WizKids or anybody else. I'm just speculating. I don't even know. I don't know that if I was WizKids, I'd rather none be packed at all, or if I would rather they be packed somewhere and not know where they're at. I don't know what's worse.
Yeah, they need to exist somehow.
So here, I don't know how they do things, and again, pure speculation. But I imagine that we know that all the boxes are serialized. They got numbers on them. So somewhere there's some program that I think that when the manufacturer makes this tells them everything that's in the box, and they do that to they try to keep the boxes spread out and try to keep it to where you can't get duplicate stuff. I think that's again speculation, but I can't imagine why would you even put a number on the box if it didn't do so. Yeah. So it tells you how many is produced. So there's boxes, and again speculation. So they also, when they're manufacturing these, they have the ultra chases, so they have to go and they have to put them in stacks somewheres with other boxes. And I would think that every so many boxes, a Kevin would pop up in a case, and blah 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 all the way down. They all get mixed in. Then they get shipped over in pallets, and then the pallets get delivered to the distributors, and they know that it's already been that the Kevins are mixed up, and so when the distributors start pulling things, everything has already been kind of pre-mixed, pre-sorted, I guess is the way to put it, and they pull them off the pallets and they ship them to us. Well, if that's right, that means that everything's been shipped to us so far, unless there's some places, some international places that have been shipped to that perhaps haven't got their product yet, and maybe the Kevins are there, or maybe like a warehouse like Alliance has got bukus of HeroClix, and for some reason the Kevins didn't get pre-sorted, pre-mixed in the way they wanted to, and they put all the Kevins, all the bricks onto one pallet, and there's like, or maybe 10 pallets or 20 pallets, however many it takes, and there's like X number of pallets sitting in the warehouse, and they all got the Kevins on it. I don't know, but WizKids is emphatic that there are Kevins, that they were put into bricks, and I don't know what's worse. I don't know what the fact that they were made and they haven't been distributed, or that they got made and they weren't put in. I don't know what's worse. I really think that I would rather have been faced with the fact that they weren't put in bricks at all, and then I had to take the Kevins, distribute them out to everybody, rather than trying to find those bricks and trying to figure out how to get all those bricks to everybody. It's a mess.
It's going to be wild. Sorry, I'm trying to help a new guy on our Discord understand some stuff. So let me get this knocked out.
Yeah, go ahead. So anyway, I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to be WizKids. And try to resolve this. What I do know is that there's with every game manufacturing company that there is, I've seen glitches from time to time. You know, this isn't something that is some people moan and groan about WizKids. Get your shit together, WizKids. Well, I mean, I think we can say that just about all these companies. Some are worse than others. I think that when you have just cards, I think the distribution maybe is easier than when you have figures in cards. When you're just producing Games Workshop is, no Kevins in Puerto Rico. I tell you, if there were Kevins anywhere, they would be on eBay right now. I assure you, if somebody pulled a Kevin, it's like at this moment, it's like pulling a Wonka bar, and you're going to put your Wonka bar on auction, and you're going to get a lot of money. Anyway, I don't know. Again, we don't know, but I'm speaking as somebody that's got a good relationship with WizKids and that loves WizKids and has been dealing with it for 20 years. Anytime they've ever made a mistake, I think they've always made the right decisions on trying to fix those mistakes and making the best that they could out of the situation. Now, what are they going to do here? I have no idea. But what I do know is every time there's been an error, they take that stuff serious. I don't think that a lot of people will blame it on quality control. Quality control, WizKids, there's a limited amount of quality control you can do when you're having stuff shipped from China. That expense-wise, you could put a quality control person over at the plant that was working there full-time checking everything. I don't think WizKids does that, and I also think that would be pretty expensive to do. I think they rely on the plant's quality control to ship things the way that they want, and then when they get it in, unfortunately, most of the time, as soon as it arrives, as we well know, things are often arriving late because of where it's coming from and because of shipping and because of Chinese New Year's and because of the boats and because of storms and because of trains wrecking or what the hell ever. We've seen it all. So therefore, we're often getting the product late or just in time, and I don't know that they have enough time to actually go through it. And then what are they going to do? Are they going to open up the boxes they're not going to crack the boxes that have already been
they're-
ready. They're pretty much purely reliable on the manufacturer, and so I mean I think that so somebody trying to say that WizKids' quality control is bad, I don't think that that's a fair assessment. I think that the company that they used for whatever reason, and of course this could have been a shipping error too. The manufacturing company could have put everything right, and then when they unloaded, they took X number, they took this stuff, and they ran that way with it. We don't know. WizKids will get to the bottom of it, and
so let's look back. Unicorn Deadpool was almost a Southern exclusive Ultra Chase. Ultra Chase Thanos wasn't as bad. Earth X was its Ultra Chase was scattered like that. So what if the West Coast finally gets a lot of love and all the Kevins are out there?
Well, we would be here. It's possible, but we would also have heard it by now. West Coast is reporting. There's nobody in the world at this moment reporting a Kevin.
Right. But with that logic, anyway, it's maybe they are in a region, and that region's just going to be really happy.
Well, it could be. It could be in a region. It could just be wherever they're at that they didn't get mixed in like they should have with everything, and that there's skids somewhere that you got 1,000 bricks and you sell 500 of them, and then they're on the other five. They're on the tail end of the 500. So that's not the way WizKids intended it, and it's not the way that it's supposed to be. But I mean, again, I have faith in WizKids making this right. I trust them. They listen more than you guys think that they do, and I can't say I agree with everything that they do. I can't say that I like everything they do, but it's not my company. But overall, I think that they do a pretty good job. But I also would tell you that even if I had my own company, and we do have Rock, you guys don't always agree with everything that we do or I do, and that's just. But you can't please everybody. You just have to choose what you think is the best path, and you try to take care of everybody, and you try to fix mistakes when they happen, and you try to correct things as they occur. And if you do something wrong, you try to fix it on the spot or as best you can.
Right, which is why I'm really happy with where we are right now as far as like open information about what we're doing with the format or what we're doing with events. So there's some stuff that they could do a little bit better, but that's part of everybody's thing. So.
There's another thing that nobody. I mean, I don't think that this has happened because WizKids, I think, would have already known this. But it'd be really weird that if every Kevin was put into the Disney Chase.
Well, there was some speculation about that, and some have been opened already, and that's not the case.
Really? Yeah. Well, I haven't got mine yet. Mine will be here Monday. Those were very limited of what the stores could get, so mine are arriving Monday along with a few more Kongs. But anyway, it's like I said. Right now, it's all speculation. We know that there's a problem. WizKids knows there's a problem. We just have to sit back and let them do their thing, and just nobody get upset about it.
Sorry, this is also on the Realms YouTube page, right?
Not on Realms. It's on. No, I don't publish on YouTube on Realms.
Okay, I'll send them to the app then.
Yeah. So we're on Lucky Dice Cafe's YouTube page. We are on Facebook, on my page, on the Rock page, and on Lucky Dice's page. We're streaming all those places, and if any of you guys are out there, say hey. Be more than glad. I don't know if you're out there, Miguel. You just tried to call me right when I was starting a live stream, so I couldn't answer you. So if you're on the live stream, in fact, I'm going to message you right now. Tell you. I'm overall happy with the set. Aaron was picking it apart a little bit more. He thought that he didn't like the balance of it, and sealed. Guys, Aaron sucks. He just couldn't deal with it.
No,
That's all it was.
It's so notoriously sets where players end up running entire double boosters for their sealed usually isn't very well balanced compared to
Now, what do you mean by that?
Like if I open my two boosters and I can play every single figure,
yeah,
that's rough. especially with the point value increase right now.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that actually started occurring. That's been going on, and what we're seeing is um, when you have to build a 300-point team now in sealed, that you're getting 7, 8 figures. So one of the things that I worry about with 400 points on Silver Age, especially as we move more and more forward, that we might end up seeing a 15-figure team one day.
I mean, we could right now. It's where are the Wendigos?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Wendigo army hasn't shown up somewhere yet. Really.
Well, you're right, you can, but what I'm saying is it's going to become more likely because the figures are going to be accosted to be spread out.
You let me worry about it.
Well, I ain't worried about it. I'm just saying that it's going to happen.
It will, but with what we've set up with this year and what I'm going to keep trying to do every time rotation happens, I think we'll be fine. You look at the problems, or if Wendigo does happen and 30 figures are on the map, that changes the thought process on all small maps for Rock, because on a big map you're not halfway across the map. On a small map you're doing the thing players have laughed about for years, where you can fill up a whole side of the map and go, alright, move.
So last night when we ended, I wanted to talk about some other things, and I was talking about pricing, and I ended up getting caught up. We got more time this time. I can talk for another 35 minutes with Aaron, and we also have the opportunity to talk about some things that we are in the works of doing that I'm normally not able to talk about.
Yeah.
So what I would tell you is that I went over all the pricing for the Cup with Scott Porter, and it's phenomenal. I can't share it yet, but I will be sharing it. We plan on publishing it soon. I was told that as soon as we do the final approval, which could be this week or it could be next week, that WizKids will actually be shipping to me, which would have the product to me 3 to 4 weeks in advance, which I will be ecstatic about. Reason being is that it gives me the opportunity. When that stuff comes in, I get pallets full of stuff, and I have to go and inventory it to make sure and also put it the way I want to, so we can pull it up on the tournaments. And I mean, for example, I'll have a pile. I will sort it, count it, and then I'll take the pricing that is for tournament number 1, and I say, okay, this is all for tournament number 1. This is tournament number 2. Yada yada yada. Well, last year I got the stuff in like 3 days before the tournament started. Some of it the day the tournament was started. Some of it as the tournament was starting, and it was crazy. And I was trying to, and I was trying to inventory, and we were trying to get things were missing, and we were trying to get replacements for those things. It's not good, because I mean they literally bring this stuff to the store and they put it in the parking lot because it's so much stacked in pricing, and then we have to bring it in from there and then do our thing. Getting it that far in advance, man, I can't tell you how much that will mean to me, and being able to do it that quick, and also give us the opportunity to correct any errors that occur. So I'm excited about. I'm very happy about that part. Again, the pricing is static. I think you will probably see as early as next week me announcing the new con exclusives that are going to be going into the Rock kits.
And for everyone watching, I have said something to Howard about the points once a week. We're working on it. They'll be updated soon. Please stop asking.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not clear what's going to happen, this is you can kind of take the HeroClix, replace and then modify. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, and I'm going to bring the points down and then add additional points to everybody. A lot of people are. I was talking to a guy today that's like, "Hey man, if I don't have enough points, I'm not going to even come to the Cups, or if I'm a little bit short, there's no." Yes, there is. We did this before. People have forgotten, or they're new. Back when we first ran the Cup, we actually used point cards back then, which my intention is to go back to there. And you had to bring in so many points, and then we had a quarterfinal, a semifinal, and a final. And to get in the quarterfinals, I remember it being 20 points. I remember it being 50 points to get in semifinals, and I think 100 points to get into the finals. I think pretty much like that. Yeah. So you had to have those cards, and you turn those cards in, and that's what got you in. But we had things going on at the Cup. If you showed up with no points, I don't know of anybody that showed at the Cup and didn't get enough points to qualify at least for the quarterfinals. And I don't think it's going to be that hard. We're running. You can earn points playing battle royals, playing what we call grinders at the event. That's basically it's a single elimination 8-man tournament.
We're giving points for Tracy's event.
Yeah, there's points for Tracy's event on Wednesday night. We're running a qualifier. I'm sorry, a regional on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. There's plenty of ways to get points. I mean, honestly, you could just sit there and play battle royal after battle royal after battle royal, and eventually you're going to have enough points to qualify at least to get in. And then when you get in that, you come in at a certain level, and you play, and most of those players are going to make it to the next level. So it's nothing like what some of you guys are thinking that it's going to be. It's like, hey, if I don't have enough points, we're just going back to our roots. A lot of people were upset that and I want to be very clear about this. A lot of people were very upset that I made the promise a long time ago, and I did, that your points would never go away. And at that time, that was the truth. I had no intention of points going away. Things changed, not on my half, to where it didn't make any sense to continue on the path that we were. And what I mean by that is points were supposed to be used. We had an agreement with WizKids. Points were supposed to be used to get into nationals and into worlds, and they were also supposed to be used to get into Rock Cup. COVID happened, and everything just went down the tube, and WizKids withdrew from Rock for a minute, and we didn't know what we were going to do, and then we came back together and we formed. But in that first year, WizKids used the point system. If you had enough points, they'd let you go into Worlds, and they actually even lowered the point requirement because they wanted people participating. Yeah. And then the Rock Cup we just made open. We didn't even require points. So in the last 3 years, except for that 1 year of Worlds, points have not been being used at all. In fact, we said we're not giving points out anymore. And so I could have honored exactly what I said and told you guys that your points never go away. They never will, just like I promised. But by the way, those points are useless. A better way of saying it, the points are pointless. And they would have been, they had no use whatsoever so I said, let's go back and reinvent the system. Let's bring things down. Let's maybe go back to the points cards. Let's put a system in. WizKids is no longer wanting to use the point system at all, and they're wanting just to make, at the moment, they're wanting just to make the Worlds open. I don't personally like that. I think there should be some qualification either at Worlds or getting to Worlds or both. So what we're trying to go back and we're trying to make our smaller tournaments mean something, that you're playing to get into Worlds and get points to qualify at different steps.
Right. If you guys are running Winamaps at least twice a month, you're getting points to show up for the Cup.
That's right. And so we wanted to do that, and we wanted to go back to a more structured tournament to where you had qualifying points and you advanced and you could qualify for different levels. I like it,
And then the bounce back to that is everyone's talking about how much they want tournament play right now. So this format rewards you for hosting tournaments. So we did what you wanted by getting you guys to host more tournaments, make the tournaments important for all your locals and people near your stores when you run big events. I mean, we've proven twice now that the format's doing well. We're getting 28, 30 people for these regional events right now. You guys that are out there and watch these things every week have the ability to go to the Rock website and order kits and run events. Like, regionals used to be a little bit different to run. Right now they're kind of open because we want you guys to play. So literally, if you're in your own way of getting points at this point. Like, just talk to your store owners, or if you are the store owners, get a kit. We've been wheeling and dealing and getting stuff going again. Let's get it going like you want.
Yeah, which is what I've been trying to drive. I want store play. I mean, I think that convention play, rock play, the Rock Cup, the event down in Florida, what's it called? Championship Clicks. Mm-hmm. I think big events are drawing crowds, and I think that that's great. But that's we need to drive that back into the stores themselves, because the stores need to be involved, and they need to, and players, we need to be having local play.
Howard's like a couple hours from my area. We used to have 5 or 6 stores, and we would run events at all of them every week. And now I'm down to 1, 2, maybe.
Well, there was a time when we were really doing well, and that there was a group of us that we would travel pretty much in a 5-hour radius, and there was a rock tournament that we could go to.
Well, it wasn't even just rock tournaments. It was the War of the Light,
WKOs,
like the big events got people in stores.
So what I'm trying to get, when I'm pushing whiz kids, I'm pushing players, I'm pushing everything, and and when we get this new the new prizes in, which I'm gonna talk about in just a second, I'm hoping that sparks an interest for the stores to start hosting events and players to start playing in events more. And I mean, it's really, I have good prizing now. I mean, I don't think that even people. What I plan on doing is I'm going to list everything that I have that's available, and you're going to get a situation where you're getting, when you buy a kit, you're going to get half the new stuff and half of the older stuff. But the old stuff is not bad, guys. It's good stuff. I mean, Death Metal, Wonder Woman, it's Hawkeye. It's stuff that is still very desirable and still worth money. But I'm hoping that with the new stuff, and so let me tell you the way Rock worked and what I was trying to go back to and ask WizKids for. We always were putting in prizing. The pricing that they give me to put in the kits was always from the year before. So we're in 2020, and they got their 2020 con exclusives and stuff going on.
Yeah.
We've got 2019 con exclusives in our kits. It was great. People were happy, and it was just a constant cycle like that. And COVID hit, everything fell behind. So I asked WizKids to go back to that. I also used to could order on demand. So I would order so many clicks, and if I got low, I would order more. I like that a whole lot better rather than ordering a huge amount of clicks and then trying to disperse them all. I mean, it's nice for a minute, but it's still, I like it. Doing it the other way, I think allows it to be more fresh, because generally I will get something that I didn't have before. So what does that mean? So I asked WizKids to let's go back, and they said, yes, we'll start selling you cases like that. We'll sell you a couple cases on demand. So I was expecting a couple of cases, and I was expecting to get last year's convention exclusives. Guys, listen to me well. They gave me triple what I asked, and they gave me they're giving me this year's con exclusives. They're giving me the new stuff. So we're going to be having the newer con exclusives in our kits. I'm just not going to tell you which ones yet until I have them in my hand, until I know the order's on the way, and you're going to be able to, and they're going to be mixed with some of the older stuff. And it'll be constantly changing. So I think that we are, not only are we going back to where we were, but we might be going back to better than where we were. And so be ready. I mean, like Aaron just said, start talking to your store and say, hey man, Rock is doing some really cool stuff, and you need to encourage them to.
Also, I know Lucas talked about this on Critical Clicks, their podcast. So they do an event where, like, once you have one of the con LEs, they put it in the pool and it goes to someone who doesn't have it. So feed your players. If you've got newer players that don't have a lot of Silver Age stuff, why are you not giving them chances to have stuff they need to play in your formats? It'd be like somebody walking in and be like, yeah, we're playing Pulp today. Sit down. Well, I don't have a build. Here's a bucket of commons and uncommons. You can build something with us right now. Let's play. Feed your new players. That's how you're going to get them to come back. It's the best way to do it.
The players are still there. The sale, it's really weird because sales have not decreased at all in HeroClix, and I know this for a fact. And I'm still selling bukus of HeroClix online and in store, and I'm selling them to a lot of people that don't even play in store. But I was doing that before. I mean, I have a lot of guys that come in, and I'm like, hey man, come in and play with us, and they go, and they buy their stuff, and they come in and they trade in their stuff, but they don't play in the store. But we also have a lot of people that are playing. I've got new players that are playing that kind of enjoy casual play a little bit more. I've got some competitive players. It's just it's a new world for me also. But I mean, I sit down myself. I found out that when I play and I'm involved, that there seems to be more involvement from other people, and I'm also very gracious generally in giving things away. I don't. I won't take. I'll play even if I win. I'll give the prizing generally to somebody else, unless it's a Kevin. If it's Kevin, you ain't getting my Kevin. Kevin's mine. Anyway. Oh, that would be hilarious. If we'll have if
I'm
somebody.
just leaving. I'm not telling you. I'll just walk out the door.
Well, no, because we would the YouTube hits that we could get off of pulling a Kevin would be crazy. So, anyways, the point I'm trying to make, guys, is let's get play going again. We're doing a lot of things to try to make that happen. In everything that we're doing, the point system. The reason we're doing the point system and we're going back and we're doing those things is so we can encourage people to play local, because if you play even like Aaron said earlier, you're going to win a match, you get points. Even if you finish last, you still get a point. And, if you finish last enough times, you qualify.
Right.
So
it's really not hard this year.
No, so I mean it's let's play. I mean that's the whole thing, and everything that we're doing, we're trying to encourage people to play more and to play more at their local stores on that level, because that's what's needed. I mean, if we want the game to get back to where it was, and I ain't talking again. I'm not talking about sales. Because if it's just sales, then we're okay. But the only time that I'm seeing a lot of people play is at the big events. And I don't think that should be the only place we're playing. I think we need to get play in the stores. Yeah. So I mentioned that we could talk about some things. We're on the very tail end of, so as you guys should know, that we make 3 maps every year for the Rock Cup. One is the Scott Porter map, which he's working with the map maker, and he's getting his design to Steve. I talked to him yesterday. Yep. And the other 2 maps that we make for the Rock Cup,
our champion map and our team's champion map.
That's right. And then those maps eventually become the quarterly map. So right now, for example, Randy's Marsh is the quarterly map, and it was the team map from last year. And I'm going to let it be the map until, January, February, March, April, May, June. In June we will rotate maps again. In June will probably be one of the 2 maps starting in July 1st. One of the 2 maps that might be too soon. No, one of the 2 maps that we introduce at the Cup will become the quarterly map, and then the other one will follow suit. So. That's the point is that the maps are about to be introduced, and Aaron is. I haven't seen the maps, even though my son I think is involved in both of them.
Yeah.
So Easton won the world.
We don't have layouts yet, but I know what they are. Easton's map will be a lot of fun and a throwback to some maps that everybody liked.
His is for the Silver H World Championship.
Mm-hmm. And then the team's map is loosely based on a map we've done before.
Now, who was that? That was Easton, and who else?
Jalen or Jay?
Jay?
Both, maybe.
Okay. Jalen and Jay? Okay.
Yeah.
So they're making a map.
And it's going to be fun. The 16x16 maps change how we do layouts.
Yeah.
But it lets us refresh some things. I know the map guy is looking at the idea I gave him to bounce off of for their team map, and it's going to be a lot of fun if it fits the way we think it will. So
right now, what's happened is the ideas have been submitted to Steve, and Steve is drawing them up, and he's supposed to send them back to you guys, and then we go from there, and then WizKids approves them, and that which makes them legal for play, and then we send them off to Gamer Mats, who then produces. Gamer Mats is telling me that they need this by the 1st.
Yeah. Everything should be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, so I mean, you need to let Steve know and let WizKids know and let Easton and them know that.
Well, Easton and them are done. It's literally just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still gets to look at what he comes up with and ask for edits.
As far as his first part is done, it's on the map guy right now.
So the other thing that we do that we will, as soon as we get we've announced all the formats and the prices for the cup. The only thing that we don't know at this moment is the pricing, right? Anything else we don't know? We don't know the pricing. I know the pricing, and I know pretty much how most of it's going to be dispersed, but I will be, as soon as it's locked in, and we're very close, I will be announcing that. I've also been looking at the list of things that are going to be available for the auction on Saturday night this year. Usually we've been doing it on Friday night, but because, by the way, Scott, when I talked to him, has requested the time, and the guy that he talks to seems to think that everything's going to be fine. So in a worst case scenario, he's going to be here Saturday, Sunday. Best case scenario, he's going to be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, I think that we'll end up getting the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So anyway, he won't be here Wednesday or Thursday, which is fine. But he'll be flying in hopefully on that Friday, and he'll be I don't know if he's going to participate in the event on. Now, I played in one event last year, and I'm planning on doing it again.
I gave up my spot last year because of all that madness.
Well, I'm going to play in the sealed event on Saturday, and we also will know what will be the sealed boosters very soon. We haven't announced that yet, but it's going to be. I think I'm pretty confident. I know what it's going to be, but I can't say yet, and I'm pretty excited.
Yes.
So, the auction that's on Saturday night. I've been looking at the things that are going to be offered there. There's going to be a design of clicks.
Wait. For the record, if you guys don't know, the previous Design and Click Sculpt winners, as long as you bring the Switch clicks with you to a rock event, you can play your sculpt. It's officially illegal for our events. I'll say it live for everybody here.
So we will. The stuff that's going up in auction is as good or better than what we've had before. A lot of the same things, like 2024 convention exclusive sets, stuff like that. You can expect the design, the new bystander token coming out. Some of the old bystander, Scott signing off on some things. Two things that I know that I have personally been involved in doing is I requested from WizKids. Now you've seen I have a I wish I had it down here, but I have a give me that Batman right there. So I got a switch of clicks of my wife, and so we 3D printed a giant version. So we have a giant version about like that size, maybe a little bit bigger, of my wife, and we took that and we printed it, and then we painted it gold, and we put it on a base, and those became the trophies for that event, for the event that the welcome event, for the Tracy Memorial event. So we did that. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got to thinking about that, and so we're going to do the same thing with Scott. I've asked WizKids, and Scott's approved it, to get the file for Scott Porter figures, and we're going to blow them up, and we're going to paint them gold and turn them into trophies, as well as auction one or more of them off with a Scott Porter signature on them for people to bid on.
Nice.
So we're going to be doing that.
Remind me to talk to you after the stream. I have an idea for a prize too.
Sure. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing that I've never done before, we are actually going to put up a rock map, design a map for auction. So so not only can you get a chance to do a switch clicks, but if you want to make a map with and be involved in the design of that, we're going to put that up for auction this year for the first time.
I like it.
So those are things that are coming. Again, that's not the complete list, but we do have a lot of really cool things and those are just a tidbit of some of the stuff that I know that I can say because I'm involved in it. I don't want to say anything else until it's solid. I know the pricing is going to be phenomenal.
There's another Cosmic Spider-Man that can compete with these newer clicks. Yeah, I would keep crossing your fingers on that actually.
It could happen. And you know, Cosmics. Well, I mean, it does. It makes sense. I mean,
that was the most missed legacy figure they've not done yet. I don't know why we didn't get the OG.
Which Cosmic Spider?
OG. He should have got made.
No. I'm asking you. We have two Cosmic.
Yeah.
Which one would you have put the legacy on?
The old one.
The old one.
Yeah, the newer one is fun and is closer to Dials, but bringing that back that old one, he just ignores the map.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I mean, they're obviously going to update it or whatever, but it'd still be cool to have him on the map again. It's like, why haven't we gotten, what set was that Nightcrawler, the unique Nightcrawler? Like, he should have been a legacy by now.
Well, there's two of them, but I think you're talking about the one that's in web.
No. With the sword. I'm like old.
Oh, okay.
Not Ben's. Ben's
that
is
was
perfect.
That was in Giant Size X-Men.
Huh?
One with the sword, I think, is a Giant Size X-Men.
No.
Or Wolverine X-Men.
No, I'm going way back. Like, no cards.
Okay, you're talking about the original one in Clobber Time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, he was underpriced too, but he was at 82, and I think the one that Ben made was either at 86 or 82. They both were vastly under. That was my complaint back then. Not that what Nightcrawler did, but what he did for the points that he was.
Yeah, no, it'd be cool to see either one of those come back. But yeah, hopefully Cosmic Spider-Man makes an appearance in the future. Keep your fingers crossed.
I mean, I think it's a possibility. I mean, we got Deadpool's the next set, and then it's the Time set after that.
I saw the box via Dial H. I'm so excited Mr. Mind is back. We haven't had a good one of him in forever.
Well, Mr. Mind, I don't know if they're still making it or not, but I thought I read where the next Shazam movie his enemy was. Did they cancel that?
They teased it in the first one at the end, and now that James Gunn has taken
Yeah,
over,
it's just all
it's
different.
all gone, yeah. But maybe he'll come back when we get more Shazam love in the future.
Did you read who Superman is going to be playing?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it'll be good.
Well, I mean, it fits.
He's screen tested in Caval's suit. It looked fine.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
So, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm really happy about the guy they picked to be Luthor. And then hearing him talk to Michael Rosenbaum about how Michael was his first iteration of Luthor.
Yeah, a lot of people think that he was the best.
Yeah.
You know, we met him. Tracy met him. We were at Origins, and they were doing a signing. Tracy told this story many times. So she met him and said he was just as nice as can be. And the guy that played Brainiac on that show.
James.
Was it Brainiac or
Milton Fine?
It wasn't Brainiac. It was the guy that played.
I had Brainiac.
It was one of the other guys. Yeah. Anyways, and then there was one of the girls there, and she met them, and they were real nice. And so she talked to them for a while, got some stuff signed and everything, and she left Origins like hours later, and she was out going across the street, minding her own business, and she said, she heard, Tracy, hey, Tracy, and she looked around, and it was all three of those guys waving at her. So that made her day, man. That was like the best thing ever, is the fact that they acknowledged and remembered who she was.
Well, yeah, I worked at Comic-Con in Knoxville, and we had Chloe there before she got in trouble.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got her autograph. I just kind of hide it now. It's like, that's rough.
No, I mean, from the show, nobody would have ever imagined her, of all people, being in something like that.
Right, and it was wild, though, because she was, like, really sweet in person at the table, and it was like, okay. And then all that came out, and it's like, wow, nope.
But that was actually one of my favorite shows of all time.
Spawn was good. It was.
I enjoyed it.
It did wander a few times here and there, but for what it was, it led the way to a lot more things. So I mean,
I would have liked to see.
Let's love.
I would have liked to seen one more episode of Superman as Superman rather than just the way that he was, and I also would have liked.
Sorry, do we play any Magic? I play Magic. Howard does.
I don't. I played Organa.
Fallout Set was cool that they did. I'm excited about the movie. I need to finish off Kalheim. I've got some showcases I need from that. But Magic's fun. I play Commander.
I tried to play Magic. I just years ago when I had when the boys were little, they had a friend named Sean, who I don't think you remember, but I used to take Sean and both my boys to all the cons. Origins was the first one we went to, and every year that was something we did. And Sean played Magic, and he got the boy. They would play Magic, and I tried. I'm like, I just can't do it.
I was trying to remember the first time we played. Was it that Atlanta?
Who, me?
I mean you. Was it that Atlanta event with team bases?
Could have been.
Maybe. But yeah, I mean.
He still hasn't won a game against me. I think 200 matches. He's 0 and 200.
Make me stop and ask questions. No, like this year Rock is gonna be a lot of fun. I know all you modern meta heads are foaming at the mouth. Adepticon is gonna get you this weekend, but wait till after the Cup. We'll go back into Modern and focus on it until Worlds is over. Then we'll right back into Silver. There is like a weird 2-month thing where you can play whatever you want with Rock stuff, but trust us, we're watching. I'm paying attention. Interactions and stuff is getting shown to me more, which is what I wanted when we did the temporary ban list in general.
That's something else I want everybody to understand. Of course, I don't know if I'd like the word ban list, but I mean it's a shelf list.
We're not allowed to say the word I wanted to use. So it's the temporary ban list.
All right, temporary ban list. But anyways, the key word to listen to that is temporary. So those figures that people are upset about not being able to play, they'll be back. I mean, they're not going away forever. The only thing that went away forever, and I hope he stays gone forever, is Felix Faust.
I want to fix Felix.
I don't want to fix Felix.
I know he can't. And he's not technically silver.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, that was the most infamous figure ever, I think, in HeroClix.
Him and the Pim Tank was gross.
Oh yeah, him and everything was gross.
So, yeah, the temp ban list. When we get to the point of next year, after Worlds this year, not us, but official Worlds, is going to adjust. We're going to bring stuff back. I'm going to add stuff to it. I'm already working on that list of things that need to be looked at. I don't know what to do about the porters because he's still modern, so don't ask. But I've thought about some things in case I have to for our events.
You talking about for next year?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that
I wouldn't ban Porter, but White Shirt needs a fix.
Well, we don't know what WizKids is going to do with porters because the porters are a special thing. It wouldn't surprise me that WizKids possibly made them modern forever. I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but I mean, it's a special deal. I do think that there may be more Porter figures one day.
I can see that.
And when maybe these go away, there might be more somewhere.
We would never hear the end of it from Crampton, I swear.
Never hear the end of it from Crampton already.
But yeah, I try to be really visible in the Rock stuff for you guys to point stuff out, to talk to me about things as far as interactions go. I'm aware. I've got ideas and stuff. I had 37 pages of fixes and or changes for this current list.
We're getting close to the end. I'm going to go grab the case that's in there. I'll be right back, guys.
I'll sit here and talk to whoever wants to ask questions. So I mean, we're constantly looking at stuff. I've got something else in the pipeline. I don't know if it'll hit before the Cup, but something else is going to get added potentially very soon. Just a lot that happens in Silver, and you can't catch everything in your first go round. I think we did really good this time, and my aim is to do better next year. So I appreciate all the support you've given the format, you guys, and you show us every week. Here he comes with his big old box.
Well, I like these big old boxes better than the Wheels big old boxes, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I've got some at the store. I got them in the original boxes.
I tell you, I ended up finding another Clown Prince.
No.
So I could have a box.
No, I did. I saw where you posted that you got your Masterpiece figure, though. Yeah. Was that a Loki?
Yeah, Masterpiece Loki. That worked out really nice.
I had one of those at one time.
Not when I've been asking.
I've had one in the last years. I've had it.
I thought it was funny. Like, I got mine, Jay Patel got one, and somebody else has one now. And it was like, where were all these at? Is it the same guy?
I had a Loki one time. I've had a few pass through me. The last one that passed through me was the Batman Masterpiece.
That's hard to get.
I had one.
Nice. I've never... David Stockman, go look at my Facebook picture. It's that figure exactly, actually.
They're pretty cool. I mean, they come and they got a little certificate with them, signed by, I think it's by Wiseman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, by Wiseman, which is pretty cool. And they're painted. They just had who they actually have paint those? Do you remember?
I think it's on the slip, but I'd have to look. But there's only so many of them. They're hard to find. That's why people rarely talk about them. I know actually Crampton was hunting a bunch of them.
I saw him jump in there.
I've got both versions of the Loki. I want to play the Legacy, and I thought it'd be really cool to bring a Masterpiece to an event and play. But I've got him in his case, so I can have him on the side and use him, and I'm not worried about anybody breaking.
I thought about asking Whiz Kids for us to bring back Masterpiece figures to offer them up on the auction. I thought it would be cool. I mean, basically, we could get somebody to paint paint a figure.
Yeah.
And then we could just have, and we could have Whiz Kids just put a certificate with it, and you'd have a new Masterpiece figure, and you'd have one of something.
Yeah.
I think that would. I thought about that. I mean, I think that would be a pretty good auction prize. We could do a few of them.
Yeah.
And bring some. I mean, what about a Scott Porter Masterpiece figure?
Scott Porter, or since some of them don't have Legacy cards, it'd be cool to go back and get some of the old Champion figs Masterpiece. That'd make some people happy. Right. But let's see. I wanted to repaint my Shipping Focus Moon Knights. Do it, David.
I'm wanting to repaint. Okay, I'll ship you some white paint that you can paint over white paint.
No, he wants to add the gold.
I know. I always thought. I think the funniest thing on was Moon Knight and Spider-Man. When they on Superior Foes of Spider-Man, where they did the variants, and you had a white variant Moon Knight and a white.
Oh yeah, it was the same.
Yeah, same thing. I thought that was funny.
But yeah, I was gonna go hold in some light there. Yeah, that would look nice. If you do it, send some pictures to me, David.
I like the. I was talking about the set. I was talking about this set last night. This set, as far as the way it looks and made, I think it could be the best set of all time. Now, let me phrase that. I have a lot of favorite sculpts and I have a lot of favorite sets. This is not my favorite set, and I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that these are the best sculpts of all time. What I'm saying is that these sculpts they're sturdier, the quality is better, the way they look,
nice.
Overall is just better than anything I think we've seen before. Whiz Kids, when they tried to upsize it, they elongated the figures first of all, the very first ones, and it
didn't translate well.
No, it didn't. Even though some of them are really cool, and it's a shame. But I think that we're now starting to see.
Did you see with the new Condoleezza figure?
Oh yeah, yeah. So that you don't have no big cards. That should have been done a long time ago.
Overflowing. So Howard uses like these guys. Pull-out drawers. I use tackle boxes and everything else, but.
These drawers, if you look behind, I've got bigger drawers than this. But we actually use these at the cafe for our eBay. And if you were to come into our store, first of all, your mouth would probably fall when you looked at everything that we have. but we have 3 drawers per set. So we'll put our we probably in some cases we have 4 drawers. With the bigger figures, we got 4 drawers. So you'll put your commons in a drawer, your uncommons in a drawer, your rares in a drawer, and then we call what we call a money drawer, and I put my primes and all my chases and all my super rares in a drawer. So you got 4 drawers of stuff that you can. That way you can easily go find everything.
Oh, you think that says House of X? That says Horror Clicks.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, that's some good old. I don't have as much stuff as I used to have. Aaron's been back in my old house where I literally had everything. When I opened up the store, that all changed. If you were here right now, you can't see everything, but there's factory sets on the wall over here from years ago. There's Superman posters. There's comic books.
There's
There's
that one thing in your store. If it's still there, that might be what I talked to you about.
what?
Hang on.
Oh, Cthulhu? Yeah, I got a Cthulhu. He's still there.
He's pretty. You need to show him off.
Well, he's a lot of money.
He is a lot of money, but show him off about selling.
Yeah.
No, I type HOX. Oh, yeah. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah, House of X, larger sculpts. House of X.
You know Dennis just had a baby. Did you congratulate him?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Dennis, did Aaron say that did he congratulate you? Did he send you a video and say congratulations, Dad? Anything?
Me and Dennis are on different schedules right now. That's the worst part.
No, Dennis is on the baby schedule. He was talking to me this morning about how tired he was and wore out.
Should have been asking questions going in, man.
No, he said this is his second one. He knew what he was in for.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's got 2 of them. That's what I was going to say. He's basically taking 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, 2 babies? No, sir. Lord.
Well, so I mean, he's been busy with that. He's wore out.
I have 5, and at least mine are spaced out enough to where like they interact differently. The oldest is 21. The twins are turning 12 this year. Gavin's 13, and the baby's almost 2.
The Egyptian figures are awesome looking. I pulled a see
hold on, I'll go back to it.
Aaron's gonna prove it. Yeah. Anyway, I think that the Egyptian gods are they're very detailed. I pulled a what's the guy's name? Khonshu. Pulled a Khonshu last night.
I always misspell his name because I call him Dennis, and that is not how you spell it on your face.
Dionyso. Dion ESSA.
Where is it? There it is.
When the guys come up from Mexico and he's got all his Mexican buddies, and I was looking for Dennis, they didn't know who the hell I was looking for.
Oh, that's fair. Alright, you can keep talking. I'm going to find this. I'm going to screenshot it and send it to him.
Well, somebody's really bidding hard. I mean, the auction really is pretty much ended, but there's one that's extended.
Oh, nice, David. How do you like Master of Time box
It looks good, man.
Yeah, I don't know who the dinosaur is either. That's why I brought up Mr. Mind. He's on the bottom corner with that dinosaur, actually.
The yellow dinosaur is Kevin in disguise.
Or a Sinestro dinosaur. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up.
Oh, auction finally ended. All right, guys. So while he's looking up and trying to find something he didn't do, I'm going to show you. We're going to start everything. So we are carrying over. We don't have a huge bounty pile, but we do have a bounty pile that is left over from the last time we did an auction. We got a Shadow Cat in there. We got a legacy card. We got some others. Got some super rares. So we start off with that, and now we get to add some more. Unfortunately, we don't add legacy cards, at least from this set, because there are no legacy cards from this set. But we are going to add some other stuff. So I'm going to reach over and let's add another con exclusive. We'll add a Daredevil into the mix. Let's go ahead and let's put in a pair of rock dice into the mix. Let's reach over and grab a team up card. We'll do, make sure I haven't done that one. Okay, we'll do a Black Panther team up card and throw that in there. And let's grab a tarot card. Looks like, okay, we'll do the 5 of Swords. We'll throw that in there. And then we'll grab a legacy card from over here. Let's do a Doctor Doom out of Fantastic Four storyline. Then let's start throwing in some super rares. See what we can find in here. Where are you at? Oh, we'll do that one. Alright, so I got a Punisher here. Punisher's from Civil War. We'll throw that in. He's a jacked up Punisher. I think he's got a nuclear or something. He's all lit up. Let's see what we can find here. See if I can find him. I have a Chameleon here if I can find his card. If not, then I'll pick something else. I like to talk about the Chameleon because I think he's pretty neat. I don't see his card, so let me grab something else. I wonder if it's, maybe he's over there. Man, I say this every week. One day I'm actually going to do it. I need to organize this a little bit better so I can find it. Oh, there's a blast from the past. We'll do a Nick Fury. Balls of Fury used to be the meta piece at one time on everybody's team. We'll throw that in there and let me find one more.
What you got?
Find something over there. That's more mixed up, so it's not. I just brought that down the other day. I got more upstairs. Every time I list things, I come up with more. You see her anywhere? Oh, wait a minute. You see that in there? We'll do her. Since we're talking about dinosaurs, we'll throw a dinosaur in there.
I don't know if they're it, but I'll look. You go and show her.
So we got we'll add in a Gertrude, Yorks, and Old Lace. And he'll throw the card in just a minute. So that should get us started. Chameleon, the reason I like to talk about that is I thought this was a world championship design figure. And if you look in the mirror, you'll see a picture of Pat. That he was the world championship, and that in the mirror, that is Pat. I thought that was a pretty nifty trick that WizKids were able to do. I mean, that to me, that says a lot about what they're able to do. That they're able to take a figure that small and take a little metal piece and actually take somebody's face, a real person's face, and put in that mirror. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was a good one.
All right. So the next thing we got to do.
We need a tachyon message Howard.
What?
A tachyon. You've got like 7 of them.
Well, I believe it. I had fun with that guy at one time.
Yeah. Do most that other people couldn't. Alright, let's see. Catching up on the chat while Howard does his thing. Defense, Blaze, 10 range. Yeah, that sword on Legacy Green Lantern would be gross. It'd be cool to see him get played full dial. Nice mark. I would just confirm that this auction had 2 boosters. Number 2's the second. Number 2 is actually number 3, right?
What?
When your auction had 2 number 2s, so booster 1, 2, 2. So yeah, we can go with the second 2 is 3. That makes that easier.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. I didn't realize that, so thanks for pointing that out.
David, I can barely make out what you wrote. When I first looked at it, all I saw was with States in 17 had so many balls, and I was like, why? Balls of Fury teams, yeah. Balls of Fury was a pain in the butt, especially as an ID character. It's like, stop it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember playing a Nick Fury team that had 2 Nick Furies on it with a Nick Fury on the sideline, so you actually could. There was a point in time where you had 3 3 Nick Furies on the map at one time. And people, I mean, it's real easy to forget that with those Nick Furies out there, you got 3 of them out there, and they also have the shield team ability, so they're actually increasing each other's range. So,
I mean, it's fair.
What happened?
I'm laughing at David. He's not wrong. You have to get in Nick Fury's face to slow him down.
Yeah. Okay, guys, it's come to one of the fun parts. We get to.
I got a factory of War of the Light the other day.
That's a good factory set.
Yeah.
I was just looking at. Coincidentally, I just listed War of Light last night, and I had all the chases and stuff, and they're still worth quite a bit of money.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite sets. I gotta finish Fear itself next.
I was going. Aaron used to run a little store about an hour from here, maybe a little bit more than an hour, and it was Beach Magic, and it was a friend of mine, friend of his also. The store's no longer open, but back then I went up there to play in the Warlight, and we never finished the damn thing, and it pissed me off. We never had the last.
Yep.
Everything started going south on it, and we never did the last one.
Yeah, it took forever to get that one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, War of the Light Factory, David. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Lanterns, constructs, all of it.
Auction's over. Now we're cracking, Jerosa. All right, so here we go, guys. Now we need to pick a figure. You need to name a super rare. Primes don't count. Chases don't count. I need a super rare. The arrows also don't count. I need a figure to name as our bounty figure that if we pull, the first 2 nominations. I got Porcupine. I got a Wong. Wong. You're Wong, Dennis. You're Wong. All right, Porcupine twice. Yeah. Porcupine it is.
Werewolf by Night Prime.
So if we pull a Porcupine and it is in your booster, you win all of the bounty prizes. So here we go. Number one. If I call out and say who's got number 1 or whatever booster I'm playing, please say it's me. And then usually you get some nice news after that. I don't think I've teased anybody thus far and made a lie out of it. That would kind of piss me off if it were me and somebody did that to me, thinking I'm about to get something and not. All right.
Fair.
So, all right, we got a uncommon Hera. We got a She-Hulk common, who is a really good piece, by the way. We got an Elsa Bloodstone, super rare. So that's our first super rare of the night. And it also comes with a rare Ronan and a set of trick arrows. That's not bad. That's a pretty good booster.
Yeah.
So congratulations to whoever has brick number 1. Take this out. I'm going to put these in there. What's he doing? And moving on to number 2. Yeah, very solid booster.
Yes. If a Kevin gets pulled today, the stream is gonna crash.
If a Kevin, all right, if you see me do something like this, and I'll pull another booster up real quick. Sorry.
It'll just be.
This if we pull a Kevin, this stream will probably be the most watched stream ever of people watching it afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be happy or pissed because I've opened up 80 bricks so far and not pulled one. So.
And to watch it go to
an
auction. It'll be a good auction. Hey,
all right, so we got a Moon Knight common, a Mel Blonsky common, a Wong common, a Harrow uncommon, and a She-Hulk rare. I haven't seen that here. Now, that She-Hulk is the one that's misprinted, but I haven't looked at her dial. I haven't seen anybody play her yet. So she's good enough.
David, that Kevin was pulled at the IPF event in Texas. That person that had it on eBay let it go for a lot, but it wasn't on eBay.
Well, that also wasn't. It wasn't pulled out of a brick. I don't think. I think it was sent specifically by WizKids for them.
No, I know. Yeah, it wasn't pulled from the thing. They literally got it, but it's wild.
All right, number 3. That's the only one that anybody knows of.
It's weird being on this side and like watching now.
All right, number 3. We got a uncommon Nicky Ramos, a Kazi common, a Baby Groot rare, a Hulk common, a Layla El Fakloy uncommon. I played against. There's some stuff I didn't really think was all that good. That when I faced it the other night, it's actually pretty good. One of them is what's her name? The one that we just had.
Elsa.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Yep. All right, number 4.
I know you're talking about how you're always teasing me. I mean, that's because it's easy.
Oh, the guy that pre-ordered, I haven't talked to him yet. Got real busy. I'm going to have to give him a call. And I don't know what to tell him at this point. I really would like to wait to get the final WizKids news. My advice to him is to wait until I pre-sold a Kevin, thinking that I would pull a Kevin. I've never not pulled something. Not one of something. So the guy got it cheap. First of all, so if I do have to refund it, I thank God it didn't bring $400. It was only like $120.
No, $400 is cheap.
I know, but I mean, so if I have to refund him, I will refund him. But I'm going to tell him that he might want to hold on, because if I get a hold of a Kevin, if WizKids sends me a Kevin, because they know that I pre-sold one, that it's his. So if I were him, I would sit tight and wait for me to find out something from WizKids, or WizKids to say something definitively what they're doing.
Yeah, Juro said it's over. We're going through the booster packs now.
Yeah, I answered in a little while. So anyway, Tracksuit uncommon, Kingpin rare, Yelena common, and we got Tracksuit common. Who has booster number 4? Speak up, please. Booster number 4. Who's got 4?
I want to know so I can look at your figure, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not giving me what I want. I do. Mark. Congratulations, Mark. You got the first chase of the night. You have a Jack and Elsa. That's the first chase, and Aaron is trying to steal it.
No, I want to look at
He's taking your stuff, Mark.
No. I like the black and white variant stuff. That was really cool.
All right.
I'm really happy with that map, actually.
Number 5. So congrats on that, Mark. That's the first one of the night. First. Oh, we got. So I'm going to have to ask, who has booster number 5? Who has 5? Booster number 5. Speak it. What you got is this nice little dry thing to keep all your figures clean. Dry. Anybody going to speak up? I didn't say that.
Booster 5.
Booster 5. Who's got booster 5? Can you see it up there?
I don't see it. Nope.
Sometimes these guys bid and leave. They don't stick around. Sometimes they don't pay attention to me, which I don't understand, because everybody should always be paying attention to me. I don't see a 5 on here. Did anybody buy a 5? There's a 5. So that Stuntman is the last bid I see on it. Nope, there's J Major. Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's why I know he took off. So anyway, J Major may have one booster number 5. If not, then whoever did get this, you have a Jack Duquan, a Baby Groot common, a Moon Knight common, a Hulk uncommon, and a Kingpin rare prime. So that was a chase and a prime back to back. This kingpin's. I know the other kingpin is really good. This one's pretty good too, isn't it? The prime. Is the prime or the rare better? Because the rare's good.
Rare's good, but the prime is what everybody wants.
All right, booster number 6. Booster number 6 you got the store mascot. Just saying. All right, Baby Groot, common. Lucky, the Lucky Dice Cafe mascot. The Runa, the uncommon. Jen Walters, uncommon, and Tracksuit, common. What do you think of Tracksuit? You like it? I wasn't that impressed with Tracksuit.
It's a fun generic. Like, you can run into
Goons? More goons?
more goons. We don't have too many goons.
Yeah.
The prime helps.
I didn't like it a whole hell of a lot. All right, booster number 7. Hopefully a lucky number 7 for somebody.
Come on, Kevin. Oh, that's Abomination.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Close. All right, so somebody got a good pick here. We got a common Mr. Knight, an uncommon Runa, a common Kazi, a Man Thing super rare, and a Saracen.
Yeah, Man Thing.
Got the Man Thing.
I'm not shaving my beard, Jalen. You're just jealous.
Ah, Jalen Major's in the house. What's up, man? Hey, where are you at? Are you at Adepticon or are you at home? What?
He should be at Adepticon.
That's what I would thought.
Badges.
You tell your dad he got a. Were you using your dad's account or did your dad come in here and bid? Your dad bid on some stuff. Tell him if you're with him or by him. Okay. Well, tell him he got a Kingpin Prime. All right. Clint Barton, common. Miss Marvel, common. Valentina, we're going to leave it at that. Valentina, uncommon. A Demon, common. And a Jack Russell, rare.
ready to see the pizza party.
I already told you what my fun piece is in this set. I love him to death, Mr. Amora. He is super fun.
Shut up, Jalen. At least I know what direction I'm going. Actually, you know what? All the gray in my beard's from dealing with your rules questions. That you know better on.
All right. Maya Lopez, rare. Wrecker, uncommon. Maya Lopez, common. Leapfrog, I like Leapfrog.
Leapfrog's fun.
Yep. Uncommon. Kate Bishop, common. Got one more booster. So we go into the next brick. No bounty has been won yet. How many super rares we pulled? I think we hit our max already, haven't we?
3 so far. This light is so bright. Shut up, Jalen.
It's Irish are sensitive to light bulbs. They have to wear hats.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we got a trick arrow in this one. That's always a good pull. We got a Hulk common. This Hulk common is good, guys. A Yelena common. A Kingpin rare. We were talking about him. And we got a Jen Walters uncommon. So that's it for this brick. We'll move to the next brick. The bounty figure will stay the same, but we will add more stuff into it.
Let me add to mark real fast. So literally, it's sword equipment. The Exosword swords, anything that's a sword in Silver Age counts for that requirement. They initially did that in X of Swords, and it was specified that it was swords in that set. They did not do this for this one, so that means it's free reign on all the swords, unless they clarify different very soon.
Okay, so we're going to be adding a pair of Lucky Dice Cafe custom dice in. We will be adding in. This is a good one.
Swordsman is gross.
Old Man Hawkeye is being added in to the pile.
Yes, Necro Sword, Broadsword, they work.
We will add a crystal from Chaos Wars into the pile.
Just remember, all black Necro is still tint band and silver for now, so don't get your hopes up on that.
Age of Ultron, a Grandmaster LE. One more. Got something over there?
Yeah, probably. Let's do. There's any cards, but that'd be fun.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So we have a Absorbing Man and Titania, which kind of fits the theme a little bit. Titania, anyway.
Yeah.
I never read them in the comic books. Were they like a thing? I mean, like
yes.
Yeah.
That's why they were paired up in Fear itself too.
Nah, makes sense. Where did my brick go? Right here. Excuse me.
What's that again? Iron
Man. That should be Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man. Let me make sure. Yeah. Yep, Invincible Iron Man. You know, one of the first books that I ever... I go back to when I was a kid reading comic books, and I wished I had some of the comic books that I read, because I remember the introduction of Absorbing Man, where he escaped from prison, got into stuff, got his power, and then battled Thor. And he was really kicking Thor's ass, and then Thor figured out that he had to touch Earth to be able to have his power. Anyways, he worked around it and ended up winning. But it was I remember that comic book pretty well. Wished I had it.
I have a chance to get the first appearance of Nimrod signed by the creator. I'm excited about that.
Who's the creator of Nimrod?
Chris Claremont.
Ah.
He'll be at the show. Oh, can we announce that? Since they haven't really announced anywhere else.
That's fine. That's it.
So, Huntsville Comic Con Expo is coming up next month. We will be there in force. Howard will be there for Lucky Dice. I will be there for WizKids doing Learn How to Play HeroClix. There will be prizing, so keep an eye on that. You may get another shot at some of the cool stuff out this weekend at Adepticon.
We'll have a booth all together. I'll be helping Aaron if he needs it. So we got 4 people there that are going to be doing 4 different things. So we've got HeroClix going on, Lorcana, Star Wars Unlimited, and
I'm going to ban somebody on Facebook.
What happened?
Random comment that doesn't belong.
Oh, so and then I've got what's our 4th thing that we're running? We're running Star Wars Unlimited. What's the 4th thing? There's something else. What am I running? It ain't Pokemon. It's something. So it ain't One Piece. What are we running? We're running something else cool. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's something.
Hey, that's cool, dude. There's a few comics I still need to hunt down while he's numbering. I'm looking for the first appearance of Stardust. If you come across it, let me know. She's my favorite herald.
Well, she's cool. I'd like to see just a Herald set. Just a pure Herald set. And I'd like to see a little bit more Surfer. I don't think Surfer has been... I think we've had some cool Surfers, but I don't think we've had enough based on Surfer with him like being the guy in the set.
No, the Marvel Herald Stardust, David.
Yeah. If
that's what your D&D was about. Oh, no, D&D you meant for the con. No, I don't think it's D&D.
No, what D&D? We actually have somebody running D&D there.
There will be D&D there, but it's not us. I'm going to go delete that comment.
Well, it kind of is us because it's my D&D guy, but...
yeah, but...
What's the other damn thing I'm running? It's crazy. Star Wars, and I feel dumb right now because I picked them out. I got Star Wars, HeroClix, Lorcana, and what was the other one?
Somebody report that spam comment for me so I can fix it.
Where did they spam at? Realms?
On Facebook.
On here?
Yeah.
What was it? I didn't see it.
Somebody asking for money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to number 11. And again, we are looking for a, what are we looking for? We're looking for a, what's our figure?
Porcupine.
Porcupine. Looking for a porcupine.
Oh, nice.
All right, Verusa Rare, a Saracen Uncommon, Wong Common, and a Runa Uncommon, and a Moon Knight Common. That's bugging me. I can't think of what the fourth game is. I know it's something that all of us know how to play, though. It's really weird. And I can't remember it. 11. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's the 3 games.
Response to Dennis. That's really cool. I have that whole run. My favorite DC run I have signed by one of the artists is the Emperor Joker storyline, actually. That was my big one back in the day.
You're talking Dennis's language now. He thinks there's only one universe, and that's DC.
Nothing wrong with that. I started there too. I actually shifted more into like Marvel stuff because I didn't get enough of this for DC. But yeah, soft spot for Joker. Got a lot of good memories with some of that backstory stuff.
All right, so we got Trick Arrows, and we got a Jen Walters Uncommon, a Hulk Uncommon, and we got a Kate Bishop Common, and a Baby Groot Rare.
Lots of arrows.
Oh yeah, they're commons, but they're not commons. They're really kind of weird.
I still think the arrows messed up some of the distribution.
No, it may have.
They're all tagged.
You ain't Wong. All right, so what was that? That was 12. That was 12, right? Yeah, 12. Going to 13.
See, nice chat tonight going on.
So, you saw where we got voted. I mean, where it was voted. The next set, DC set's going to be Green Lantern, I guess, based on Green Lantern.
Based on lanterns.
Or yeah, lanterns. Yeah, I don't
Fingers
know why I said Green
crossed.
Lantern.
I want Hero Glow with some entities or something. Come on.
There we go again. Trick Arrows.
Good lord.
And we got Tracksuit, common. And then we got Clint Barton, common. And then we got Clint Barton, rare. And then we got my favorite piece in the set, Mr. Immortal. I like the guy, man.
I will run it. Let's see you run it.
I'll be right. Dial came off of somebody.
I'm not moving tables tomorrow. My team for tomorrow sets up way too, there's too many things on the table. Just put me in a corner.
We'll figure something out. Well, Mr. Immortal's dial doesn't want to stay on. This one apparently is mortal.
I was going to say, he's not immortal.
There we go. Are you guys surprised I haven't pulled a Kevin yet?
Oh, Dennis, or anyone that cares, if you're Ghostbusters fans, I'm picking up an original
14.
theater run Ghostbusters poster.
We're going to 14.
Super excited about it. Oh.
All right, we got a Red Dagger. He's an interesting figure.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good. I like him. Rare. Layla Fakoila. So how do you say her name? You say that El Fakoila?
Yeah.
Uncommon. Hulk. Common. Harrow. Common. Uncommon. And then we got a Yelena. Common. We have not pulled any money pieces yet, except unless you count the trick arrows in there. Okay. That's what was throwing me off. I knew I had a booster missing. Alright. So now we're going to 15. This is the last booster of the first half of the brick.
I'm going to watch it Monday in 4DX.
What are you going to watch?
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
I saw that advertised. Alright, so we got a Valentino Uncommon, Mel Blonsky, common. Maya Lopez, common. Layla Fakoila, uncommon. And Lucky, the Lucky Dice mascot. So far, still an uneventful brick. So I know something is about to hit. So everybody that's got the stuff on the end is really happy right now. They got good chances.
Yeah.
Number 16.
What is that?
That's something good. Okay, so we got.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We got a Jack DeQuinn, a Baby Groot common, a Kazi common, Leapfrog uncommon.
Who had Booster 16?
Well, it's not Chase, but it's fine.
No, it's still a good figure.
It's a good
also
figure.
One we get asked about a bunch.
Yeah.
No Wong.
No Wong.
Was that you, Dennis?
No, I don't think. I think Dennis came in too late to buy anything. Plus, he won't buy anything unless it's DC. Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
We got a Miss Marvel super rare. So that was a good. That was our first super rare. So we should have a chase and 2 more super rares at least left in here. Should. 17. I also like these information cards and stuff they're putting in there, even though
I really like that.
I know, but it didn't work. Did you try it?
I haven't tried it.
Try that. It didn't work for me. It might work now, but it wouldn't work for me. Mr. Knight, common. Yelena, uncommon. Demon, common. Wrecker, uncommon. And Ronin, rare. Yeah, it's got the 2 sets. It's got the Avengers and it's got the second Hellfire.
Nobody talked about X-23 sculpt. I don't think we've seen that until this set dropped. Yeah, I'll look at that in a second.
When I hit that, it said not available or something. Have you seen X-Men 97 yet?
Yes. So good.
18.
So good. Ready to see where they go with it.
Alright, so we should be pulling something really good here. Well, it's looking like these last 2 boosters are going to be good boosters for somebody. Unless WizKids screwed us over. We got Hulk common, Maya Lopez common, Tracksuit uncommon, Kate Bishop common, and Moon Knight rare, which everybody's talking about. He looks really good. I'm going to have to try to play him to see how he plays. He looks fun.
Yes.
All right, 19. Okay, we have. Ooh, this is heavy.
Calling it now. It's Abomination.
It may be Abomination. Yeah, I would think so. But we should have super rares and a chase left. Then we've only pulled 1 super rare, right? Or 2 super rares. We pulled Miss Marvel. Did we pull anything else?
Nope.
Yeah. So that is who we thought it was.
Yep.
So that's our second super rare.
So the X-Men one works for sure. It's pulling it now.
Good. She-Hulk, common. Abomination, super rare. Madison, rare. Wong, common. Nikki Ramos, common. Uncommon, I'm sorry. Okay, we got our last one. Again, I think I've only pulled 2 super rares, so technically there should be a super rare and a chase in here. I don't know if that's going to happen. I have seen it happen. We also did not pull any primes, but we did pull a prime on the other brick. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. This was... Yep, okay. Alright, so who got number 20? He's a good looking sculpt. Who's got number 20? Guys. If nobody answers, then we know it's J Major.
Right.
J Major. Anybody claiming number 20? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it out. We got a tracksuit uncommon, a tracksuit common, a Donnie Blaze rare, a Miss Marvel common, and then we got the Baby Groot
You got the Mud
Chase. Yep.
Bath. Bath Groot.
Yep, 059. And that will be it, guys. I think we are done. According to Auxxit, what does that mean?
Tiger Man is the one who won.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. I guess he's not here. You knew what? What did you know? What did you know, David?
It's a duplicate brick. You said it earlier.
For where? That he had earlier? He had this brick earlier?
You called Chase Groot.
Ah, okay. Well, you have if you call Groot at all at any of these boosters, you have a reasonable shot of a Groot being in here. There's lots of baby Groots.
If you're playing locally, you need to make sure you're playing for your release day kit because that map is gross.
I got them at the store. Was there 5 baby Groots in here? You got you got CUR plus 2 chases. Is there a super rare baby Groot too?
I'd have to look.
But I think there's 5 baby Groots in this set. So if you're on Disney and you're cute, you get to have 5 figures. So Dennis, you're never going to be 5 figures into a set. No uncommon, no senior. I thought there was an uncommon. All right, guys, that's it for us tonight. I don't think Aaron is 8 yet. I missed my Alabama game, although last time I looked, they were up like 15, 20 points. I think that they should have pulled it out in the second half. But I had fun. I'm sorry for the early mix-up. Ended up being okay, though. I think with the auction went good, and we had a good crowd on here. So I think Friday nights is a good time. Roll Tide, David. I think that Friday nights is a good time for doing this. So I'm happy with this. And Roll Tide, James. All right, guys. So I'm going to call it there, and we enjoyed it. We will be back in 1 week. We'll be doing Disney next again, and hope to see you guys there, and hope you guys do good if you're playing HeroClix this week, and if you're at Adepticon, unless you're Jalen Major, we wish you well. Good night, everyone.